Hey Jacob, what is going on, brother? Nick O'Neill here. Appreciate you reaching out to me on Facebook. As promised, got some time. So this weekend I'll be getting videos out for a lot of people who reached out. So had about 45 plus people reach out. So nonetheless, appreciate your patience. I know it's been a day, but we're getting around to them. So I got this video here that's going to point out 3 points, and that's going to be content, backlinks, and citations. And then I'm going to show you the opportunity of taking these steps for your business and why it's going to be so profitable within the next 3 to 6 months for your business. So first things first, right, is content. And generally, Google likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words. Now that's depending on the competition and the number of keywords needed. If you're asking what a keyword is, Jacob, a keyword is anything someone might type into Google when they're looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place these keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website found for. So for an example, some keywords for your website could be garage epoxy, Columbia, South Carolina, garage coatings, Columbia, and things of that nature. Excuse me. You get it, service plus city equals keyword. Now I'm going to put your website in a word counter and we'll see where you're stacking up. So you're currently at about 230 words. You're going to want to make some changes to that website and get that word count up to at least 1,500 for two reasons. Reason number one being Google does not consider your website an authoritative figure until you hit that 1,500 mark. What this means is Google's not going to crawl your website and look for those keywords, which you'll see here in the future, which will direct you and put your website in front of potential customers and potential clients, which means potential jobs that you can bid on. Reason number two is you want 1,500 words of content because you have keywords that you want to be able to fit in there and you need so much content for that. So each keyword is possibly, hundreds of people that you're missing out on, potential jobs and clients. So I got one of the top competitions over there in Columbia, and that is Epoxy Flooring Columbia SC, South Carolina. So we're gonna see how many words they have on their homepage and see how you're stacking up against them. And yeah, so they're getting close to that 1,500 range. So you're not going to stop at 1,500, maybe 1,750 or 2,000 words. But they're beating you on that end right there, right? So they've got that going for their website, and that's probably why they are, that's one of the reasons why they're doing so well. But nonetheless, let's take a look over here in my tool area so I can give you some more examples of keywords. This is a tool that I use and pay for monthly. Gives me more in-depth data on websites and competitors' websites, but there are free tools out there that you can use yourself should you choose to. Now let's take a look at some of the keywords that Epoxy Flooring Columbia, South Carolina is getting picked up for by Google. So here you go. Epoxy Flooring Columbia, South Carolina. This would be a good one for you right here, right? Garage Floor Epoxy Companies, South Carolina. Now this is the volume, which means there's 70 people searching for that word monthly in the area. And this number right here is KD, which is keyword difficulty. That's ranked on a scale of 0 to 100. And the lower that number is, the quicker you're going to rank for this word and the easier it's going to be. And when I say rank for this word, that means in this section right here. And vice versa, the higher that this number is, the harder and longer it's going to take for it. So these are some beautiful keywords and easy to rank for. This is their traffic that they're bringing in for just this keyword per month, even though they're not doing the best job at it. Now, the second point that I'm going to have for you is going to be a backlink, Jacob. Now, if a backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another, or in this case, it's going to be, one website linking to Palmetto Garage Solutions website right here. And so these links, they act like an endorsement of your website from others, and Google basically uses this to build trust in your website and in your business by seeing other websites, vouch for you basically. The best example that I can give of this is, in Google's eyes, it's literally like a popularity contest where the person with the most websites pointing back to theirs is winning that quote unquote popularity contest. So they're going to start ranking and winning a lot faster. Now I got your website in here and we see that you don't have any work for it. You don't have any backlinks and you don't have any websites pointing to it. That could be just because you just created that website and just got that domain, or it could just be because you're done for it. So If we look at epoxy floor in Columbia, South Carolina, we see that they have 6 backlinks and 6 websites going back to their page. So they're not doing, I'm upfront and honest with you, they're not doing nothing dang near, but they're still reaping the benefits of it. But the idea is that, if it works for them, then why wouldn't it work for you, right? So we go in and see exactly what websites they have pointing back to their page, and this is that. These are the websites that they have linking back to their website. So I do want to point out that not all links are created equal, so it is worth noting to stay relevant to your industry, and local websites will work best. To further that point, this number right here is domain rating. Now, this is on a scale of 0 to 100 as well. Excuse me. And the higher that this number is, basically, the more power that Google is giving this website right here. And so you want to stay on those higher DR rating ones, nothing below 20, right? Anyways, let's go to the last point that I'm going to have for you, Jacob, and that's going to be citations. So over here in the Google Map Pack section, I saw that you're ranked somewhere around 8th or 9th, but nonetheless, a citation, right? So a citation is anywhere your business name, address, and phone number is exactly as it's shown right here on the Google Business profile. And so these citations, they help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since they do generate huge amounts of revenue. For an example, if someone put in garage epoxy coating, Columbia, South Carolina, you want to be in that top 3 section right here, right? Nobody's going to click more businesses or go to page 2 or 3. Just think of it this way. If you've ever needed a roof repair, plumbing, fence repair, anything like that, you put in what? Roofers near me or plumbers near me, and then this pops up, right? And so generally you're going to want to be with these top 3 ones as they're associated with, 1, credibility because it's on Google's page, right? And 2, you're going to look at the reviews and see that, hey, they've got good reviews. Let's give them a call and see about their services. Same applies for your business and your Google business profile. So get that up, right? Back to these citations though, they're included in directories like Yelp, Angie's, Expertise, BBB, and there's hundreds of others directories I'm sure you've heard of. Social media accounts are great too. For example, on your Facebook business page, you'd want to put your business name, address, and phone number exactly as it's shown on your Google business profile right here on that Facebook business page, and Google would read that and see, hey, that's 1 citation. So then you have, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, the list goes on and on and on. And the idea is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger online presence is, the more Google trusts you and your website. And once Google starts to see more often these cats right here, then the more likely it is they're going to rank you above them, right? So let's just do a quick recap, and then I'm going to give you some personal suggestions for what I see with your website and with your business. So once you get that content up of, 1,500 to 2,000 words, you're putting in those keywords in there that I gave you examples of, right? And then second, you're starting to get those backlinks, those other websites linking back to your page. You're starting to win that quote unquote popularity contest. And last but not least, get those reviews up and get those citations up. And let's look at what you could possibly be looking at. So we got epoxy flooring, Columbia, South Carolina, and let me just put it out here. These guys have done nothing for their website when it comes to these 3 points that I'm talking about, but nonetheless, they've got 25 people coming to the website a month. And let's say this was your website, right? And if you're doing a good job at this, like I'm pointing them out for you, you should have in the hundreds of people coming to your website a month. Nonetheless, let's say that you've only got 25 like them. And let's say of those 25, only 12 decide to pick up the phone and say, hey, Jacob, I need my garage coated. Can you do it for me? Of course, you say, yeah. And of those 12 people that actually called you, you won out the bids of half of those. So that's 6 new jobs a month on top of what you're doing already right now. I'm not too sure what your profit margins are, but I would imagine that 6 more jobs on top of what you're doing would be a good amount of revenue for your pocket and your business pocket. Now, I'm going to make some suggestions for you, Jacob. And, I mean no offense at all to this. I don't know your situation or anything like that, but you're going to want to, get this website rebuilt. You're going to want to, make it a lot easier and a lot more professional looking to, have the customers come to it. Just my suggestion, brother, for sure. Like they have a website right here, right? It's got a bunch of details on it. It looks a lot more professional. The submission form that you have on your website, they have it as well. It's just in a bit of a smaller thing, right? a lot more compact and stuff like that. Make sure you get that, let's see. We can look at here and see that you've got, well, last time I looked, but it looks like you've dropped to, maybe the second or third page. But nonetheless, get those citations and those reviews up, brother, and get your Google Business Profile ranking, man. It's just a free way of advertising your business, and it's a great way to bring leads in. Not to mention, if you did want to target other areas other than Columbia, like Augusta or Charleston or Charlotte, any of those areas, make some, area service pages and follow those 3 points that I told you about, right? Nonetheless, man, this is what I do for a living, Jacob. And I'm making this video because I got some free time now. Trying to give back to Pox community. And yeah, I'm making this video to help you start generating leads online. Now, if you do find yourself wanting help with this, or if you find yourself, wanting to start scaling the business, feel free to reach out and I can give you some more in-depth information. Maybe we could talk about the goals of the business and I can do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business. And just what it might take to reach those goals. So nonetheless, I ask that you just leave one line of feedback for me, brother. Maybe something was confusing or maybe it was all just great and you loved it. Either way, let me know. My door is always open and hope you have a great weekend, Jacob.